Yo, what up, guys? What's going on? So today I want to talk about something a little bit differently, something kind of a little off topic compared to my last videos, but I genuinely just like making videos because I know that deep down my words, well, not as much my words, but my feelings and my raw emotions come out, and I know that people feel that, and I really appreciate you guys viewing, but I very, very much more appreciate the idea that I'm expressing myself and just trying to get positive messages out there. You know, I can talk all day, and I do. I talk a lot. But when I go outside my house, I do tell people about certain things, just to keep things in mind and whatnot, spark new ideas. But I know that the internet right now, we're in the sharing age. Right now, we are at the time where we need to spread and share as much information as we can for free, as long as we can. You know, hopefully, the internet will stay up for as long as it can. So today I want to talk about 5 ways to be mindful. I have a board here I like to write down. I don't like the script, so it's pretty much, I just go. Boom, they're capping off again. Boom, I'm going. So we're going to start going with 5 ways to be mindful. What is mindful? What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is being present, being here in the moment. One way for me to connect, to be present, is to do something that I enjoy doing and giving it my full attention. It's almost like I'm in this flow and I'm not even thinking about what I'm talking about. It just very easily comes in and comes out, and this is a way for me to be mindful, or in the present moment. So we're going to talk about 5 ways that we can get into the present moment, and also touch, before we do the ways, why would we want to be present? Why do we want to be mindful? And I'll show the video. I'll flip the board and show you guys at the end. I'm going to try to keep this below 10 minutes. My videos are kind of long. I know that people don't want to hear me yip yap all day, but I just have a lot of energy, I have a lot of expression, and I like to get it out. So, like I said, 5 ways to be mindful. So we start with, why do we want to be mindful? Why do we want to be present? And the best way that I can come up with, the best reasoning I can come up with, is the present moment connects us to our true selves. It connects us not only to the world around us. Whoa, caught that water, I almost spilled water. And not only connects us to the world around us, but it connects us to our true selves, to our hearts. And then when that is possible, when we're able to put away the mind for a minute or for a moment and tap into the flow of life, into the heart of who we are, we can really begin to express ourselves in ways that are beyond imaginable. So, being mindful, also, just in general, being mindful, when you're here in the present moment, you just feel more connected to life. You're not all up here all the time, because this is where a lot of us are. We have a lot of energy going on up here. Blah, 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 just chatter, chatter, chatter. I like to call it a computer. It is a machine, and it's constantly just replaying things, from years ago, days ago, whatever, just blah, 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 just constantly going. So when we can step into the present moment and be mindful with what we're doing, we're able to just dim the voices down. I don't mean just completely get rid of them, and this does take a long period of time. However, when we can get into that flow, we can be more connected to ourselves, more connected to the world, and most importantly, just more connected to life in general. I guess that is ourselves, and it's the whole thing. It's just more connected to life. We're trying to find ways to be more sensitive to life. So, what's one way that I have found that I can be more mindful? The first thing that comes to mind within me is meditation. Meditation, I can go into another video as to how to do meditation, but meditation is very simple, and we can do it anywhere all the time. I'm meditating right now. I am not thinking about how to do this. This just comes out. This is being present. This is being mindful. This is giving you my energy, my time, and my love. Essentially, I'm literally expressing myself to just tell everybody else ways to help better themselves, because the information that I'm giving and that other people talk about needs to be known. So my first way to be mindful, I meditate. I typically do 20 to 30 minutes in the morning and 20 to 30 minutes at night, along with just being meditative throughout the day, carrying it throughout my day. We should start with 1 minute, because the ego is going to hate it. The mind is going to hate being in the present moment. It's always going. When we're up here, we're not here. When we're up here, we're not being mindful. When we're up here and we look at people and we're judging people, and that little computer of yours or mine is ours, is going off, just making these constant judgments among people, we're not being mindful. We're being judgmental. We are in the mind. So we need to remind ourselves to come back from the mind and go to the heart. The heart knows. The mind only knows what it sees and judges and has all its beliefs and disbeliefs and what it likes and what it doesn't like. It's your personality. So we're trying to move from separation, thinking I am separate from everybody, to unity, which is everybody is in tune, or being in tune with everyone, and being in tune with, most importantly, our heart space. So meditation is a way for me to become more mindful. How do we do this? How can we start? 1 minute a day. 1 minute a day, we sit down and we just be mindful of the breath. The breath pulls us into the present moment. It anchors us into the present moment. This is where we need to be, and the breath is always there. It's always there. So we can always go to mindfulness through the breath at any time that we want. At any time. It's always there. The anchor to the moment, always there. So if you are interested in meditation, there's many other ways, and we don't need to bring religion into this. This Buddhism and all that other, I know it is an esoteric spiritual kind of practice, but no. We are just going to focus, we're going to get rid of all the labels, all the dogmas, all the judgments, all the, you got to sit in the cave. No, you don't. All you have to do is be present on the breath and just pay attention to what you're doing. We can be mindful doing everything, but one way to get us to mindfulness, to get us mindful, is to put our attention back on the breath, back to here. Here is where the answers are. Not in here, but here, right now, is where the flow is all the time. So, sorry, I get a little passionate. Number 2, what is another way that we can become mindful? Personally, I think that being in nature really helps. I see that when I go out in the woods for maybe 10 minutes a day, run outside, just being outside, gardening, that energy that's coming from here is able to release. I know I'm filming in a house right now, so for me, I feel like the energy, the raw emotion gets kind of stuck in the room, which is probably why I get hot and whatever. You can feel it. You know, we go into a room, and we go into a room with a bunch of people. We can feel the stickiness, the energy. Also, when we meditate, we become more sensitive to our environment. When we become more mindful, we can pick up on the people's energy a lot more easily. But when we're using this thing to judge, it's usually, for the most part, wrong. Sometimes it can be right, but for the most part, 95% of the time, it's wrong. The heart, I believe, is right. That's what picks up on the energy, and there's no right or wrong. I just mean a way that works for you a little bit better to get through the world. So, number 2, nature. We can go into nature and take our shoes off, plant our feet in nature and just be in tune with Mother Earth. We can listen to the birds. We can look at the stream. We can look at the color. We just be present. We don't bring our phones. We don't bring any electronics. We don't have to go far. We just go slightly into the woods. No electronics. We tune our senses to the environment around us. That is a very good way that I see to be mindful. Number 3, do things that you love. What do you love to do? What do you enjoy to do? Not even having to go for love, just what do you enjoy to do? It could be anything. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be playing video games. It could be making videos. It could be playing with your dog. It doesn't matter. As long as what you're doing isn't causing harm to others around you and or yourself, your heart will know if it's causing harm to you or not, is a way for you to be mindful. You're giving it your 100% attention. So for me, I love going to the gym. Repping Physique Nutrition, by the way. So I love to go to the gym. And it's me being mindful. Not only am I interacting with other people, but I'm interacting with everything I'm doing and with my muscles and just coming back to my body. That'll lead us into number 4. What is another good way to be mindful? Step into the body. We can do this by meditation is step. It all connects. Meditation, you can stepping into the body. You step into the body when you go to nature and walking or doing anything. You're always, when you put your attention into the body, which is the breath and what it's doing, we can connect and be more mindful in that way. Another thing, yoga's good. Weightlifting, running. I love to run. Running. Just breathing. Anything. And also, if we start to feel in our meditation sessions, when we start to feel pain coming up within the body, we want to take our attention, shift our awareness away from the breath and into that pain and allow it to express itself. There might be a memory with it, but when we can release it, that is a blockage, an energetic blockage within us that is being able to be released. Number 5, keep this under 13 minutes if I can. And please, if you guys have any questions, just ask. I'll make a video on the questions. I will answer them personally. I'm going to try to keep up with this as much as I can because I know that it is greatly benefiting other people. And it makes me feel good too. So, number 5, what is another way that I like to be mindful? I don't even want to think about it. Just let it come to me. I would say running, step into the body, but I like to garden. I really do. I like to garden. I like to plant and just be more in tune, like I said, with Mother Earth. Kind of like it goes back to nature. Just putting my hands in earth and just being more in tune with growing and just more in tune with the universe in general. So, in general, these are 5 ways to which we can be mindful. We can meditate, we can go into nature, we can do things that we love to do, we can step into the body, yoga, running, breathing, stretching, and just one for me, I personally like to garden. So those are my 5 ways. I will be doing another video tomorrow on, maybe another 5 ways on how to reduce stress. All of this is going to connect. This is, in the end, you will see all the connections with it. I do believe that going back to my previous videos with NoFap, it allows me to be more mindful. That's just me. That's my personal experience. So, in the end of the day, much love to everyone. I hope this helps. If you have any questions or anything, please just leave me a comment on the section below. And also, if anybody has any hashtags that they know of that could get some of these videos views, please just leave them in the comment section below. I will use them because I have seen that hashtags are pretty important. I'm not really, into this YouTube thing, but I see that, I know it's helping people and I want to spread my love. So, thank you for watching, and I'm out.